Woo! What's going down? It's fantastic. It's that podcast, locking in, elevated to the top podcast. First episode, we locking in on a couple episodes, touching in on a couple topics. And first thing we're gonna do is tap into this LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart situation, which is shit crazy, man. Like, one thing you can't do is you cannot you can't come at a king. Like, it's like different levels to this whole situation. I haven't even seen the whole episode of it, but let's take a look at it and let's hear it out. I'm turning this projector off. Hold on. I want to see what happened, like just kind of how things transpired, because I literally seen Isaiah Stewart pretty pissed off at LeBron. Like, I really didn't see what was going on. Like, it happened so quick. Like, you seen LeBron do a quick like boom, and then all of a sudden you seen the reaction, and then you kind of like seen blood come down. So like you couldn't see what happened, but then you saw like the blood coming down. So then you kind of felt bad at the end, but it already had like kind of transpired to the point to where he already had reacted. So people weren't really feeling sorry for him until they started seeing that blood. I know that's how I did, but let's take a look at it real quick. Ooh. Damn. It's crazy, man. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I feel like LeBron, damn. I feel like, man, it's just like levels to this whole basketball, the industry, things of that such. Like, it's certain things you can do when you on certain levels that you can't do when you're another level. Let's just take it from perspective. Like, you got Isaiah Stewart, who nobody really know him. He's got into it with like I've seen like in a couple past he got into it with like the Morris brothers, and a couple other people I think he got into it with, but he just a rookie. Like, he ain't really proved himself. So you got somebody that's just like the face of the league. You got LeBron James. So when it comes to the point, like, LeBron James is like the face. Like, you cannot be seen, coming at a person that's just like the face of the league. That's just like, what I'm saying, if you are like a employee of like a company, and you see yourself coming to like the boss or like the corporation leader or whoever it is, you just, certain things you just can't do, even though that they're particularly wrong. Even though LeBron was all the way wrong in this situation, but Isaiah Stewart is just like to the point to where you can't catch yourself off guard like that, bro, because it's just not a good look. It's not a good look for the league. It's not a good look for just like everything, all parties. But at the end of the day, I feel like LeBron, bro, like, if I was Isaiah, I would probably be doing the same thing. Like, to be honest with you, like, I don't know, like, how y'all feel? Like, what's going on? Tap in. That's crazy. I'm still looking at it again. Like, it's crazy. Like, LeBron, bro, hit him in the face and his blood like squeaking down his eyes. So it's like a late reaction. Like you see him get hit, but then you see like nothing happen. Like it happened so quick. LeBron's like pop, and like the blood didn't come down to like later on, and you could see LeBron felt bad, but they didn't know that he was gonna kind of like go at LeBron like that. Like he was just supposed to like, hey, take the L, take the L, nigga. You know, get your little tweet in, nigga, and then call it a day. And then that's a fight. But like ain't nobody thought he was gonna actually go at LeBron like that. Which he should. I would have too. Like nigga, you hit me like nigga with a full blown elbow on LeBron by 6'8", 240, 245, maybe 250. And like that force coming at you like that, bro, like you can't like that's crazy. Like LeBron got it good, bro, because had this been like the 80s or the 90s, that shit would have got real quick. And the thing about it is, if LeBron was on the other side of the spectrum, and I see Westbrook, I see Westbrook in the cut. Westbrook in the cut trying to square off in the back. Like, nigga, come on, Westbrook. Like, you know, if that was you who got elbowed, bro, come on, man. Come on, dog. It would have been a whole different situation. But, like, this is just like a damn dick war, bro. Like, who is who, you know, and take a back seat. They wanted Isaiah Stewart to take a back seat and like, hey, it's the king, like the face of the king. Like, you know how it is when the guy get touched, that's the leader. Then it's just a whole nother perspective of things. But had it been LeBron got hit, bro, it would have been people coming off the bench. It would have been him. He would have got way more than two games suspension. He probably would have got like the whole season if you touch the face. Like that's just how it is. That's just how the corporate thing go. But it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Let me know what y'all think about him. Like, do you think LeBron should have got suspended if that, or should you think LeBron should have got more game suspension? Because I think Isaiah got suspended 2 games, LeBron got suspended 1, and just some of the like you got Stephen A saying, you know, it should have happened. LeBron should have got suspended because he knew he did that, bro. Like you can't just throw no elbow, even if you connected, you threw the elbow. That's something that you did. You can't sit up here and say, oh, you know, I didn't mean to do it, but your elbow didn't hit off. Like you didn't switch the elbow and you didn't connect it with another guy. Like you can't blame him for reacting on how he did, and it happened so quick. Like he didn't respond to it. But let's just be serious. Like he seen DeAndre, like he seen him and was doing all that, you know, hoop to hoop, like he was gonna fight, bro. Like let's be real, bro. Like you not finna fight on TV. You know the history of the Detroit Pistons and the Ron Artest, the Indiana and Pistons whole thing. So I'm pretty sure they got places, like, you know what I'm saying, things in place for when things like this happen. Being when something big like that happened back in the day when Ron Artest and the Pistons, when they got into it, I'm sure it was lawsuits flying. I'm sure players got into it. It was a whole thing. And this is big, bro. Like they're really big. Even when the league started again, the commissioner made sure that the league and the players and the fans and also the player fights, like if something would have went wrong, let's say for instance this fight would have went into, he would have actually connected with LeBron or anybody of the players, and players came off the bench and something like transpired into the crowd, bro, think about how even worse that is. So like I can understand them suspending Isaiah Stewart for a couple of games because of that type of situation, because what could have transpired. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to look out for the king, to the face of your league. LeBron is still in his last days, but at the end of the day, he's still the king. And it's just like a slippery slope at the end of the day. So, I don't know, man. Like, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, I think honestly, Isaiah then either had a birth of his new career, or his career could be easily be blackballed just not taking the L and moving on. Like I easily think he can go either way, to be honest with you. Or he can really. I think it could have been worse if LeBron was kind of like in his last days. I mean, like in his early prime. It would have been rap for sure. Like we never would have heard of Isaiah Stewart no more. But being that LeBron, it's just deeper, bro. Like it's just deeper than basketball. It's deeper than a lot of things. LeBron, let's just be honest. Like LeBron is not how he used to be. LeBron is not, you know, the face. I mean, he's the face of the NBA alone. I think you think of the face of the NBA, you think of Steph Curry, you think of LeBron, and you think of probably KD. You think of those three. But it's so much interchangeable to the point to where had this been KD, it would have been different. You see certain people get away with certain things. You'll see KD. I done seen, and we can look this up now. Like you'll see KD. I forgot who was on, but KD basically did somewhat like the same thing. And I forgot who the player was, but we're about to look it up right now. So basically, KD did the same thing, coming off the screen or fighting the screen, and hits a player pretty much the same thing. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Kelly Oneek, I think that's his name. I can't pronounce his name right, but KD got ejected from the game basically, but he didn't get no suspension. But he came off the screen. Let's look at it real quick. Okay, yeah. So it was Brooklyn against Detroit, the same team. KD came off the screen and basically shoved Kelly and hit him with an elbow. So it's pretty much like the same situation, but Kelly was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm not finna throw no scene. I know I got elbowed. Let the lead eject him from the game, and then let's keep it moving. I'm not finna sit up here and throw on no circus show, come at the KD and make myself look bad. That's cool. That's cool. He's straight. He in the green. But anytime you sit up here, if he would have took that and if you look at it and you pull up Kevin Durant ejected from game for shoving Kelly, I don't know how to say his last name. It's basically he elbowed him. The refs come on. It didn't waste no time. It didn't waste no no delay in no game, with money, with sponsors, more commercials, more everything to spend money. They basically hit him in the face. They made the call, reviewed it, and they ejected KD and it was gone. That was it. But with the LeBron situation is, dude got elbowed, showed his ass, and was rebellion to what the NBA brotherhood had in line probably. Like, you can't come at certain players, bro. Let's just keep it 100. You can't come at certain players. You can't do certain things. You have to know who is who, and you can't move. Either it's going to go good for him, bro, or it's going to go bad for him. I don't know. It's something that I'm looking at. I hope his career go good, but he's actually a good, tough player, so who knows. But like I said, it could have been LeBron. If it was LeBron, his early days, then yeah, he canceled. He done. But being LeBron is kind of like at the end, LeBron off of this, trying to be a player's person and a leader and all this, and doing certain things that certain people may not agree with, as far as him just not being a player to just like shut up and dribble, which everybody wanted him to be. He not that person. So you see a lot of things, like even like the beginning of the year, they didn't rank him with the top 3, which I think LeBron is probably like a top 5 player, but I don't think they even ranked him close. Let me see. I don't think they ranked him. This year's probably been the lowest he ever been. It's probably been the lowest he ever been in probably like his whole time he's been like in his prime. So think about it. It's already at that point to where so it's already kind of like, damn, LeBron is not the top player in the league. So he may, who knows, bro? Like, you know, I don't think he should have came at LeBron like that, but I would have come at LeBron like that. And ain't nobody safe, nigga. Like, if y'all gonna start, changing the rules of the game. You see the James Harden situation. You see like the James Harden, he ain't getting fouls. Like, it's more relaxed when it's come to like Harden those fouls and like bringing the '80s back. So that's what's in right now. So, but when a foul like that shit happened. This shit was always happening in the '80s and the '90s. If y'all trying to get back stuff like that, then you got to take in the situation. But in my opinion, I feel like LeBron was wrong. I feel like Stewart is certain shit that you can do when you come into the leagues. It is what it is. You can't do certain things to certain players in the league because it's a money thing. LeBron James bringing way more money than you bringing in. LeBron probably bringing like billions of dollars for the NBA. Think they finna risk that shit on your ass? Hell no. So you got to take a back seat with that, bro. Like, you got to learn how to just take it. LeBron probably would have felt bad. You probably could have got some more. The league would have been like, hey, man, you took your L. Here go a couple sponsorships. Here go this. We'll put you in this and that. You could have turned that L into a dub. But I don't know. If you stood up for yourself, this is a social media type of world now. At the end of the day, you get online, they see LeBron. You got so many LeBron haters out here now to where, shit, they might feel bad for him. He might have a start of a career like that. You just never know how social media may go. And that's just how it is. And you just never know how it turn out. So that's something to look out for. Stewart, man, I wish you the best, bro. Like, hope nothing serious happened to you, because that elbow, bro, I can only imagine if I took an elbow to the head. I done played basketball. Like, I know how that shit go, bro. You get an elbow to your face. You seen the blood coming in. He probably felt it even more this morning. Who knows? Shit couldn't have been me, because I would have beat the shit out of LeBron. We took this shit even more serious. Like, we probably would have to take this shit to the streets. Like I'm gonna get my lick in. Fuck that shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you you can't call it, bro. Like, if it was me, bro, I would have played it cool. Got back in the game, took it. And when I got back in the game and got close to LeBron, I would have got my shot back. But you just got to think shit out. You can't always think of it just being like a gorilla charging somebody when it's a crowd. Because think about it, you stopping the game. You stopping the game, you stopping the money. And that's kind of like how the whole thing and the perception of just like the referees, the league, they want the game to get sped up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it to be like stuff like this happen to where you got to postpone the game 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's more money that they're spending. Think about it. If you got a building, you got camera people, you got networks that you paying, you got all type of shit. So the slightest thing can get you, paying more money than what you're expecting for it. So if I'm renting a building and, I rented it for an hour, and then I have some type of mishap that happened while it's under me and underneath, my hourly rate, that shit gonna get coming out my pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out the league pockets, bro. Like, you wasting time. So that's the reason why they speeding up. You notice they're not sending people to the foul line that much. They trying to hurry up and get things going. They give you a certain 1 or 2. I think they give you one challenge. If you feel it's a timeout, so people just very courtesy or like, very cautious of like challenging the play because it slows down the game. They trying to get the game in, entertaining, bring the little rough thing, but they trying to draw the line and keep the game moving as quickly as possible, bro. That's just what it is. And if you get in the way of that, bro, you get in the way of the league money, it's not good for business. So don't think they want to see players fighting. They don't want to see none of that shit. They want to see enough to where it's like WWE. That's what they want to see. They want to see people acting like they gonna fight. Like, oh, I got elbow, boom, it's all good. We gonna get it back. And they want you to transpire there in the media. They want you to talk about it in the media, get the anticipation of it, like, hyped up. That's what they want to see. They want to see that, the hyped up of it, the anticipation of the game. Of like, let's say Lakers and playing Detroit again. That's just how like rivalries go. More people gonna watch. They're gonna see let's see what Stewart gonna do this time with LeBron playing, and then nothing happened, but they get the views. That's how things transpire. That's how entertainment works. That's how everything works. So you can't. Anytime you take it too far, they don't want to see that shit, bro. So like that shit dead to me, to be honest with you. But it was straight, man. I liked it. I just felt like I would have whooped the shit out of LeBron James, but I wouldn't have done it on that play. I would have got my lick back. But it's hard getting close to the king, bro. Like he probably got certain people in play. Like, hey, if this shit happens, you do this shit. That's why he had his boy Dooley, Deli, or whoever it was that was on the Lakers. I forgot his name. His whole job was just to make sure LeBron was good. Dude never stepped court like foot on the court, but when something went down, they put him in the game to be the hit man. And every player got it, bro. Like every player had that type of person that was on the team. So when some shit went down, they came in the game. They gonna put somebody on the ass. That's what happened. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all tune in down. Put your comments. Let me know what's going on. Make sure you subscribe down. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you thinking. Let me know how you feel about what should have happened, what you would have did, what you think happened, and what's all on your mind. Let me know. Let me see what else we got going on. What's happening in the world? Young Dolph.
We now shift to the murder of rapper Young Dolph, who was shot and killed at a cookie shop in his hometown of Memphis. The rapper, whose real name was Adolph Thornton Jr., was called an indie rap pioneer by Spotify. He was just 36 years old. I go so hard, make 'em hate me. My whole life I'm full HD.
Young Dolph.
Thornton collaborated with multiple artists from Rick Ross to Megan Thee Stallion, who reacted to his death by tweeting, "I am so sick right now, I am in disbelief, praying for his family and friends. Rest in peace to my friend."
Damn.
Legend. Joining us now to talk more about Young Dolph's life and career is ABC News contributor and Sirius XM radio host, Mr. Mike Hughes. Mike, thank you so much for being here during such sad circumstances. And for those of us who may not be as familiar with Young Dolph's hits,
Rest in peace, Young Dolph, man. Shit's sad, bro. Like, shit unfortunate, man. Another black man, another rapper, another person of our culture. I consider myself hip hop culture. I'm an African American majority. Bro, it's sad, man. It's just sad we can't express ourselves, live our highs, our lows, touch success, have a problem with somebody and not, get to the point we want to get to without something transpired as like, killings and shootings. And it's just our culture, man. It's how our culture has transpired. Like it's our culture. It's just how it is, man. Like everybody know the street don't love a soul, man. So you have stuff like Young Dolph. I mean, the people was talking about, and I look back and I kind of soak in all the information before I speak on it. I want to see how things, and that's just a part of my platform that I'm building. Like I want to see how people, I want to get every perspective on things. Like I want to just see what somebody say. Like it's so many different perspectives on how you think. It's just not one perspective that's just like set in stone. Like for instance, I always take this example. If you look at an ant doesn't know I'm right here doing my podcast, or like what I'm doing when I'm living in my house, or that it's like a goddamn universe and stars and suns and you know anything may happen. Like an ant doesn't say the ant specific job is to go get food and bring it in to the queen. Like that's their job. Like that's what they know. That's all they know to do. They're living off instincts. So me as a person, like I don't look at things just from one perspective. I look at things of a whole perspective, and I look at things of just like how things transpire, how things happen. I look at it from like a totally different view of everything, and that's a part of just like being elevated. Like you just can't look at one particular thing. You gotta look at it from all aspects. And the way I look at this young Dolph thing is like condolences to his parents, condolences to his family. I mean, that man was a father. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, we have to lose another brother that was in our community, that was sticking out, that was shining. That, a lot of things that's transpiring is that he was a pillar of his community. He supported businesses. He probably had I seen one post or a couple things that was circulating on social media that he had like over 100 properties, and he was active in the community, which I think was dope, and I think that's awesome, man. I just think like that just shows where we still at as a culture. Either that's who we is as a culture, or we just not progressing. But at the same time, you know, some of the stuff I also seen online, and it's just me reporting stuff. Like this, is me speaking on it and just having a different perspective of things. A lot of things, like a lot of times, like young Dolph felt like he knew he was gonna die, and he knew how, somewhat of how he was gonna die. Like he knew his time was coming to that, and it goes to the point to where, man, when you exposed to certain things and you have been through certain things, your tolerance of that becomes of a less sense of urgency. Like you may feel like, hey, I done been through this. I don't have that much of urgency. Like I done been shot. I done had this happen. I done had this happen a couple times, and we know the young Dolphin got shot a couple times, like a few times. So it's kind of like when I go out, I don't have that sense of urgency to maybe have a security. I feel like I done been here, done that. So like my lack of, my sense of urgency is not as it should be. Sometimes you can think about it like that, or you can just probably think of like, man, look, I really don't have nothing else to lose. I done been here, I done been that. What else is there here for me? I done it all. And who knows? Who knows how he was thinking, but it happened, man. It's unfortunate. My heart goes out to his family. But it's like, man, when you moving like that, man, you have to get security. You have to have people around you, if you care. I just feel like he probably didn't care no more. He's like, man, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out. If I go out, I'm going to go out feeling, I ain't got to be, having 10 people around me. Like, that's doing too much. If we supposed to live this life on earth, we shouldn't live in fear. I'm a biblical person. Like, I believe in a higher calling. I believe in, Christ. So I feel like, we shouldn't live in fear. We shouldn't live our lives being in fear of thinking like, oh, I can't go to the store. Oh, I can't go get some cookies for my mama. Oh, I can't go do this and that because I'm thinking about me dying or something, I don't think that. Hold on, one little babies. What? What? You want to go in there? My bad, my little babies came in. She want to be in. Come on, you come in? Alright, we'll stay over there then. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. I think he should have had somebody he had to be in, like, like somebody should have been watching, bro. Like, if you making millions of dollars, you throwing 100. I damn near need security when I go out. Like, I'll be like, damn, I need some security just to watch my back. Like, you can't take life for granted like that unless you feel like that. Unless you feel like you don't want to live no more. You feel like you ain't got nothing to prove. And like feel like you ain't worked like everything you done and touched. Some people feel like that. If you done went to jail, you done got shot. Like you get expanded so much to feel like, man, none of this shit matter no more. Like, I'm not finna walk in fear. I'm not finna walk and knowing that I can't do certain shit, bro. So like we just don't know how he felt. Like, we seen the shit unfold where he was talking about he knew his time was coming. Shit, Biggie felt like that. Tupac felt like that. They knew certain leaders that we have in this world. Like, you just know your time here ain't gonna be that long, cause you a leader for a reason. Like, you chosen for a reason. Like, you're not gonna you're not gonna you're not gonna stay here that long. That's just what it is. And I know one thing we do know, like, nigga, the young dog, the shooters are dumb. The cops, they gonna let you know what they want you to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it stop. I'm looking at it, say hey. Kaka, say hey. Hey. I'm looking at it as the cops, they want you to know certain things. They want the public to think they know certain things. That's just how they move. You know what I'm saying? But they not gonna let you know everything. They ain't gonna let you know, oh, they solving this and solving that, because it ain't gonna be no investigation. Oh. Go. You going? Alright, never mind. So yeah, they ain't gonna let you know it's gonna be a certain investigation. They gonna let you know what they want you to know. But at the same time, they just lining up their ducks in the row to try to, you know what I'm saying, solve what they gotta solve. So yeah, man. Heart goes out to Young Dolph. Shout out to his fan base, his family. When you reach that level, bro, and you just don't care, that's awesome to live in freedom, not to live in fear. That's probably what he wanted, bro. He probably got all the money in the world, but he probably want to go and get back to the basics with, like, hey, look, let me go buy a cookie for my family. Let me go do that. Sometimes when people got that much money, they can't do simple things like that because they're living in fear. They're living in fear of something happening, living in fear of what people think. They can't do regular life stuff at night. A lot of times that's what they're missing in their life, and who knows, that's probably what he was thinking. He probably just wanted to go get some cookies for his family when he in town and just be a regular person. Just like awesome, when I'm in Houston, I go check out certain things. Of course, I ain't no $100 million dude. I got money to where I could do the things that I want to do and take my family to places, but I don't have to live a certain in fear like they live, and it could be bothering him, bro. Like, that could be the most stressed out thing, like knowing that you can't even go down the street without having called 5 security guards to go. Like, that, just think about it. If it's hard for me to even get my children ready to go somewhere, then imagine you gotta wait on your children. Like, you can't get your children ready. You gotta call 5 security guards. You gotta wait till they ready. Like, you just got so much stuff in your head. It could be probably stressed out, bro. So people just like, oh, he should have security. Like, some people just don't want that, and it's just, I could respect him for that, man, to just live free. And if he, he probably felt like, man, if I go out, I go out. At least I know I go out that I want to do what I want to do, and it is what it is. We lost a soul here on the world, but we don't know his assignment in heaven, so we don't know, And that's what's up. I got nothing but respect, but for Young Dolph. I didn't listen to his music a lot. I heard some of his stuff was on the radio. Had respect for him. I knew he had, stuff going on and people was out to get him. You know, I'm not gonna connect that with you know, with I guess he was beefing with Black Youngster and all that. Like, I'm not gonna connect that with that because some of the simplest things that touch somebody is something probably totally different because social media gonna automatically. I seen like they was protecting Yo Gotti's restaurant or something. I don't think that had nothing to do with that. I just felt like it's probably Yo Gotti like, oh shit, that happened. Like, yeah, of course they talking about it. Of course they know what's happening or whatever. How you think they probably had the security at his house? I mean, at his restaurant. Of course they talking about it. These things, but for that to be connected, I don't think it's connected. I just think like a lot of things that Dolph probably didn't got into his life, you just never know what might happen. It could be something simple as you got into with somebody and ditched somebody off and nigga felt some type of way and feel like, oh, when I see that nigga again when he come back home, it's just you just never know, bro. You never know where shit come from. I'm not connected with Yo Gotti because it's just too much that I feel like that nigga had to lose to be doing some silly dumb shit. But I don't know. I mean, we'll check it out and see what unfold. You know, when the time to come. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Scroll down, put your comment, and let me know what y'all think. What you think? What you think happened? You think something happened? Huh? Who you like to listen to? You don't like to listen to nobody? You just want to look, huh? You want to see what I'm doing, huh? You want to see what's going on, huh? Your hair is messed up. Alright. Alright, let's see what's else. What you want to talk about? We ain't talking about no Frozen. You got a naked doll on here. Anna ain't got no clothes on. You just looking at yourself, huh? Alright, what else I want to talk about? I had something else I want to talk about. Oh, I want to talk about the Young Bootsy. Young Bootsy about to go to college. That's right up some Young Bootsy shit. Lil Bootsy like, man, fuck this shit. Excuse me, bro. Let me say that. Let me catch you. I love you. Bootsy like, man, I'm about to go back to school. I'm finna pledge. I'm finna reinvent myself. I'm finna go pledge probably Kappa because they go around on my song. Bootsy like, hey, let me see. Let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick because I want to see what he thinking and how he said, because I saw it earlier today. Oh, here you go. What is that? Oh, here you go. College. He going to Jackson State. Nah, put that down. She ain't got no clothes on. Go put some clothes on her. Where her clothes at? Go put clothes on her. Here we go. Hold on.
It's a big secret. I wasn't gonna let it out, but I'm enrolling in Jackson State next semester. Yeah, I want to see how it feels to walk around the campus, talk to girls with a book sack on. I want to see the norm. I missed that part of my life. So I want to enroll and be able to walk down the thing and go to class and try my brain.
Try my brain. We probably want to go focus on her. He trying to. Boosie trying to go back to going back to the bases, but just imagining on how it'd be if he probably went to school. See, that's what I'm saying. That goes back to see, man, people want to live the norm, bro. Like, the norm is what's rich to them, and what's rich to us is the money, the fame, and all that shit. People don't want that shit when they got money, bro. I hang around people that got shit all the time. They want to do regular shit too. Of course, you want to stunt. Shh. You want to stunt and let people know you got this and that, but it's like, you know, it's a give or take, bro. Like, Boosie want to go to school. He probably want to go to college parties. He probably want to mess with young girls. That's what niggas, they stuck in that time zone. He probably want to do college parties. The nigga probably want to go on a college tour and be in school and do the same shit, basically reinvent himself. I wouldn't even be surprised if Boosie be like an honorary member of Kappa just to revisit that shit that he did when he wore that Kappa shirt. I'm a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi. Fall 2012 Tri-City News. When we seen Boosie wear the Kappa shirt, I didn't feel no type of way, but you know, some of my frat did. You know, I felt like, man, when I hear Wipe Me Down, you know what I'm saying, we throwing bows, you know what I'm saying. So that's that nigga song. Like, nigga, we using his shit, he using ours. I didn't give a shit. But you know how some people feel. Be quiet. So, you know, Boosie like, man, fuck this. I want it all. I'm finna go back to school. I'm finna pledge. I'm probably finna be fucking around on campus, hollering at a young girl. Like, you don't know what. Boosie finna be on some shit. He probably be about to be that young nigga. And nigga still look young. Nigga still got the Boosie fade and all that shit. Nigga finna be on some new shit. Nigga finna be on the same old new shit. Nigga be like, hey, nigga, book me, nigga, for your frat nigga shit for $1,000. Nigga probably gonna get about 100. Probably gonna get every black school. Nigga probably gonna run through the whole fucking swag. For real. For real. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the Boosie situation. The Young Dolph situation and LeBron situation. We're going to tune in next time. We're going to stay elevated to the top. Nonetheless, we're always getting to the top no matter what. No matter what circumstances we go through, we're going to get to the top by all means. You dig? Yes, sir. Say bye. Peace out. All right.